So, a couple of years ago, I was watching the Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show. You know, the one with Donald Glover on Amazon Prime, not the brilliant movie from the early 2000s. And as I'm watching this TV show, an ad starts playing. And my first thought was, did I do something? Like, did I fat finger the wrong button and put myself in some free version on my TV? Did I accidentally forget to update my credit card for my Amazon Prime membership? Was this not actually a Prime original? Was this one of those stars membership things that you can like get through Prime Video, but you have to actually pay for the separate subscription or you get ads? So I was genuinely confused. I mean, I've paid for Prime for years, and I really thought that this was an Amazon Prime original. So I do the thing, right? I pull out my phone and I start Googling my own subscription in the middle of the episode, like I'm troubleshooting a printer. Is there a setting that I missed? Did I accidentally cancel this? I'm reading through Reddit threads. I'm digging through my account on the account page. I'm looking at all of Amazon Prime's documentation, and it slowly dawns on me that no, in fact, I did not do anything wrong. There's no secret setting to find. There was no payment issue. I was actually watching an Amazon Prime original on Amazon Prime. Amazon just decided one day that the thing I was already paying for would now come with ads. And if I wanted it back that way, it was going to be an extra $3 a month on top of what I already paid. And I double checked. I didn't get any alert in my email. I couldn't find any type of official statement from Amazon that said, hey, this tier now comes with ads, at least not in a way that was clear and obvious that something was changing. So what did I do? I put my phone down and I watched the rest of the show with the ads, because me sitting there, a paying customer, getting advertised to and having just spent 10 minutes trying to figure out what I did wrong. And the answer was nothing. I did nothing wrong. This was the plan all along. This is the Olive Badger channel, and I'm outraged, guys, and I refuse to believe that I am alone. So let's just get into this whole mess. First off, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Go ahead and take a look at your Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, whatever type of subscription service you've got. I want you to add that up. The cable bundle that you've kept for that one TV show or movie that you just love that doesn't exist anywhere else, just add it all up. The little $3 upgrades that you said yes to so the ads would stop. If you look at it, the statistics say that a lot of households are paying $100 a month now, and some are even closer to $200 a month, which is what, $2,000 a year, give or take. And guess what? Most of these people are still watching ads. I bet you are too. And that's the part that I just keep getting stuck on. It's not that streaming costs money, so sometimes price goes up. Like, of course it costs money, but it's that you're paying a premium price and they're running ads at you anyway. And then quietly in the background, guess what? They're also taking everything you watch and selling that data to advertisers. So you pay them, the advertisers pay them, and you're like, what, the thing being sold in the middle here? You're getting charged twice, once with your wallet, once with your data for a product that, let's be real, is getting a little bit worse every single year. Now, there is a word for this. Cory Doctorow came up with that term, and that term, I'm sure you've all heard it, is called Enshittification. It's an ugly but very accurate word for what's going on here. Basically, here is the shape of it. You have a new platform or product, and it's good. It is so good. It has to be good too, because it needs you. Remember, for those of you who are old enough, Netflix started out at $10 a month. Sometimes you could even get it for $7.99 a month, but for the most part, $10 a month. You had one plan. Everything was on it. No ads, no tiers, nothing was locked away from you. That was real, and it was good. It was good on purpose because back then they had to earn your subscription. They had to earn your money. They had to offer a quality product. So then you sign up, and your show lives there, your watch history, your recommendations, your whole family on one login. Then you have 3 other services that have your stuff too. So leaving any of them means losing something. You're not a customer they have to win anymore. You're a customer they already have. And winning you and keeping you turn out to be very different jobs. So what do? They start pushing. You have a little bit of a price increase here, an ad there, a feature move behind a higher tier, and after every push, they check one number. That number is, did you cancel? Well, you didn't. You didn't cancel. So they push again. And none of this is a company losing its way. Because much like the mantra from The Mandalorian, this is the way. And every big streaming service is doing it at the same time in the same direction right now. Amazon, I think, is the cleanest example because they didn't sneak ads into a new plan. They put ads into the plan you already had. In January of 2024, Prime Video started running ads. Nobody opted in. And one day your shows were just clean, no ads, wonderful experience. And then the next day they weren't. And the only way back to what you used to have was $3 a month on top of the Prime subscription you were already paying for. I'm not happy, guys. The same service with the same shows. And they took out a feature and started charging rent on it. Like, what the frick are we doing? The official line was that ads would help them keep investing in great content. I mean, like Rings of Power, great content? Okay, whatever. But let's actually look at that. And ad business pulled in $17.29 billion in a single quarter at the end of 2024, which was up 18% on the year. This is not a company that's just barely scraping by. What actually happened is that somebody looked at 128 million Prime users and did the math on how few would pay extra to kill the ads and then pulled the trigger. Fewer than 1 in 5 paid up. Everyone else just took it right up the little pooper there, and Amazon read that correctly as permission. So the ad started at 2-3 minutes an hour. A year later, it had roughly doubled, and that number is still climbing. Their own execs called that ramping up a little bit, but the ads themselves, that's the boring part. Here's the part that actually got me. Amazon didn't just tie customers into their shows, they built a store into them. So during an ad break, you can now scroll a row of products with your remote and drop them straight into your cart without even leaving the stream. They added pause ads, so the second you stop the show to go grab a drink and an ad fades over the screen, and these are targeted, right? You even have an AI that writes ads on the fly to match whatever scene you're watching. And then there's the line that they use on advertisers, not on you, on the people buying the ad slots. The pitch is that 88% of Prime Video users also shop on Amazon. So basically that number is the product. You are the product. They know what you watch, they know what you buy, and they sell a brand, the bridge between the two. So your subscription isn't even buying you a show, it's buying you a spot in the overall sales funnel. Now, if this were simply an Amazon problem, you could just cancel Prime, but it isn't. Everybody's running the same play. Netflix went viral for it a little while back in the worst way. Somebody filmed their own screen scrolling the ad-supported plan and then zoomed in on a tiny little padlock on the corner of a movie thumbnail. They hit play and Netflix told them the title wasn't on their plan and they'd have to upgrade. The clip did 7 views and the guy's reaction was basically, Netflix is dead, they're locking shows now. Netflix says the locks are a licensing thing, like old deals from before the ad tier existed, and maybe, but somebody in the replies put their finger on the real problem a lot better than I could. The ad tier never had everything. The difference is that the stuff you couldn't watch used to just be hidden. Now they show it to you, padlock and all, so you'll pay to climb a higher tier. You can see it, you just can't watch it. And that's not a library. This is now becoming a very heavy digital storefront. And I'm like, they're $10 one plan, everything included company, and now you can pay them to sit through the ads and still smack into a wall on a movie you thought you had been paying for as part of your subscription. Oh, and like 2 things real quick because they pile on here. They raised the price of the ad tier in early 2025. So even the cheap plan with ads costs more than it did. And the cheapest ad-free plan, which was basic, they just killed it. So if you want no ads, you are on a very, very pricey tier now, and the floor moved. Nobody asked you, they just did it. It's not just these two either. Disney initially launched ad-free, and then ads came later. Peacock is at the point where 84% of subscribers are on the ad plan, which just isn't even a tier anymore, it's just a service. And across the whole US market, nearly half of streaming subscribers are on ad plans now, and the big majority of new signups are landing there. So we cut the cord because cable was milking us. Then we signed up for the thing that replaced cable and just gave it a few years to learn the same tricks, or it got worse. I don't know. And here's what I can't get past. If the price went up and the ads came in and the thing got better, fine, we can argue about it. Stuff costs more, good shows are expensive. Like, that is a real conversation, but it's not getting better. As a whole, this is all just getting worse while it's getting. Netflix has spent years canceling shows 2 seasons in right when you're attached, and things vanish from libraries with no warning, and sometimes you can't find them anywhere, or you have to subscribe for this other service just so you can watch The Office. It's become crazy, and the big swing for the fences budgets that made early streaming feel special have quietly gotten trimmed. So you're paying more for a catalog somebody's managing down a spreadsheet, and that's just getting small. And then there's the ads inside the show, which if you're watching one of the cable channel apps to catch up on something like History Channel, for example, if you want to be up to date with Skinwalker Ranch, for example, you've got your own special kind of bad. For me, with Skinwalker Ranch, the episodes of that show are roughly 40 minutes long, but because of the ads, this ran to be about 55 minutes long. That's an extra quarter of an hour that is just ad breaks, and at times these were landing every 5 minutes, sometimes even less than 5 minutes, in mid-scene, in mid-sentence, with no feel for where the story actually is. Old Deep at least planned for this. Writers built in act breaks to cut the commercial, so that way, when you did the cut to commercial, it landed somewhere on purpose. They injected stuff. The injected stuff just doesn't know where to land. It just runs on a clock. None of it is actually planned. So your big reveal sits there and waits while a drug commercial reads you 40 seconds of side effects. And here's the kicker. The part that's worse than cable or streaming ever was back, because I was a 90s kid, we had an antenna. And you didn't have to pay for the channels you got through the antenna. Everything now is just locked behind the subscription. There is no antenna. There's no free way of accessing this stuff. And now you're even paying for it and still getting the ads. At least when, I could stream, it wasn't even stream, but watch ABC using the antenna on my TV, the ads made sense, right? They had to make money some way because I got free TV. We don't even have free TV anymore, and there's no way of getting this back. So you pay more, get less, watch more ads, watch the shows get cheaper and shittier, and yet somehow the budgets are up. That's the deal on the table now, guys. That is the really crappy deal on the table that we are living with. Now, here's kind of where I land on this, and this is just me talking. It's not any type of official reporting. I've got nothing theoretically against ads existing. Ads do pay for a lot of things, like, again, broadcast TV ran on them for decades. YouTube runs on them, which means ads are paying for this video right now. I don't make a lot of money, but hey, a couple bucks is definitely worth something, so I get it. I also get full transparency. If you use the ad blocker, that's fine. Okay. But $10 Netflix with no ads was a promise. Prime with ad-free video was a promise. And these companies made those promises, banked years on you settling in and getting comfy and Netflix and chill, and then changed the terms the moment leaving got annoying enough that you'd grumble instead of quit. That's not a pivot. I think they looked at all this and just said, bet. They're betting on your laziness being worth more than your trust, and the numbers currently say they're winning. Fewer than 1 in 5 Amazon users paid to undo the ads. Most people don't quit Netflix over any of it. Like, I didn't quit either. I guess I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. I'm just really annoyed and frustrated and angry, but I sat there Googling my own account and then kept watching. So I'm the data point. I'm exactly who they're counting on, and I can't be the only one that thinks this is gross, right? Like, not annoying, not a minor inconvenience, just gross, like so gross. There is something genuinely ugly about a company looking at the trust you handed them and treating it as a number, a thing to draw down a little line at a time, thing to change just a little bit at a time to see how they can take more from you before you finally just walk away. That's the whole game, right? Just take a little more, give a little less, move slow enough that no single step is worth canceling over. It's just the frog, right? The frog slowly boiling itself to death, and it isn't going to stop at your TV either. Your smart TV already watches what you watch across every app and sells that data. It's called automatic contact recognition. It's on by default on most major brands like Vizio, Samsung, LG. Look into it. It's there. Some cars put ads in the dashboard now. You shouldn't be driving distracted, but hey, it's okay to slap an ad on top of your dashboard now that you can't get around without probably paying some subscription service. What the frick are we doing, guys? The pattern's the same everywhere. Find a thing people pay for, figure out how to charge for it twice or even more, and then just move slowly move the goalpost, slowly get more out of people. I hate it. It's disgusting. It pisses me off. I don't have a 5-step plan to fix it. I'm not going to pretend that I do. The one thing I'd actually say is the thing they're betting none of us will do, which is add it all up. Like, look at all of it, every subscription, every upgrade, every gadget running ads that you never agreed to. Look at that real number and decide where to cut. Then, and especially look at what they promised you back in 2013, because the whole thing runs on you not looking too closely. So look closely. At least that part's free for now. If any of this hit home, go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help the channel. If you think I got something wrong, go ahead and let me know in the comments, or let me know how much you're spending, or if you did finally cancel something, what was that moment? What was it that made you cancel? And if this is your kind of thing, corporate accountability, tech, AI, a little bit of gaming, go ahead and subscribe and stick around. I'd love to have you as part of this community. However, if you don't subscribe, I might be forced to banish you to the Shadow Realm.
Much better.
I won't say how. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace out. Bye.